my dear, and I have small words in Chinese. Ni hao, chang gua. I hope it's right. It's let's say hello to everyone, and nice to be with you today in this great event in great country China. I thank it for Echemi to open this opportunity to sharing my knowledge about my country, Egypt. Let's start presentation. My presentation about Egypt. Here, Egypt in 3 different languages, in Arabic, in English, and in Chinese. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rabab Zebib. I work software quality lead in EEPI Pharmaceutical Industry, one of the Farco Group Corporation. My education now, I'm preparing a PhD for quality management system. My presentation will be around pharmaceutical industry in Egypt. First slide will be agenda. It's introduction about Egypt country profile, and then tour to ancient Egypt, history of pharmaceutical industry in Egypt, and biggest pharma company, and what about challenges and Egyptian Drug Authority, EDA, and Egypt faces the challenges in pharmaceutical industry, and finally will be with the future of Egyptian pharmaceutical industry and digital transformation. Here, Egypt country profile. Egypt is considered to be a regional power in North Africa and Middle East and Muslim world, and middle power worldwide. It's developing country, which is the 3rd largest in Africa. Egypt is the largest Arab country and has played central role in Middle Eastern politics. By the end of 2023, our population will be estimated to be 112 million people. Egypt's population is equivalent to 1.4% of total world population. We have here 2 trends. One of them is a population pyramid, its ratio between male and female, and another one is population growth rate, estimated during 2075 will be 200 million people. Let's go and tour to ancient Egypt and medicine among the pharaohs. The Egyptians had a deep understanding of human body and its elements, and they developed a sophisticated system of medical practice and treatment. They had a high knowledge of plants, herbs, and minerals. The abreast papers, the first medical textbook, was created by the ancient Egyptians, who are considered to have made one of the most important discoveries to the field of medicine. They believe that diseases were caused by supernatural forces, and therefore treatment involved prayers, spells, and magical rituals to appease the god and ward off evil spirits. Let's go to discuss about history of pharmaceutical industry in Egypt. The oldest company established in Egypt, it was founded in 1939. It's a Masr company. Masr here, it's in Arabic word, it's mean Egypt. Masr company for pharmaceutical industry is considered one of the oldest strategic industry in the country. The development of this industry was between 16th and 18th. The pharma company gained a greater autonomy and increasing number of private sector. The companies all over the country started the competition and entered to the market. Here we have a top 100 selling pharmaceutical company in Egyptian market. This was recorded during semester number 1, 2022. This list is a dynamic. It's not a fixed list. It's dynamic and change all over the time from year to year. One company is removed, another is replaced. The first ranking in this list started with Novartis, and then second ranking is Farco, and third for GSK and Amun, then Sanofi. Farco and Amoun is Egyptian pharmaceutical industry. Here we have a biggest pharma company in Egypt. It's a lot of company, so we select only 6 company to display it for you. We display in this list company name and logo and founded and year of foundations and description for each company. Let's start with the first company is Farco Group. Farco is my company, and its slogan here, no patient should be left behind. Farco Pharmaceutical is founder of a corporation, and it's the second private Egyptian shareholding pharmaceutical company established in 1984, and it started production in 1987, formulating, producing, and marketing about 430 brands, generic, and licensed products to date. Farco Pharmaceutical has a scientific office in all over the world, in KSA, in Yemen, Bahrain, Lebanon, Libya, and Romania. Here we have, throughout the years, Farco has created several brands which have become market leader in both local and international markets. We have here, for example, Gratiovier, Rani Effervescent, Power Frox, Ciprofar tablet, Spasmodigestin, Royal Jelly, Urinicol, Effervescent, and Pepe Drink. Currently, major cardiovascular line is up to date. We have a dream here for a world free of hepatitis C. This campaign was shared with Messi, Stop the Wait. Another company is Amoun. Amoun here, it's a slogan, the national company with international standards. APC or Amoun is the largest domestic pharmaceutical manufacturing in Egypt with a high income, ranking third overall. The company currently has 5 branches in Egypt. APC is a private sector, first private drugs company established in the country to import and distribute the drugs. APC produces a portfolio include endocrine drugs and topical preparation, cardiovascular drug, vitamin and minerals. APC or Amoun aim to increase its export, aiming to be Egypt's leading drug export. EVA, established since 1997, it's one of the leading Egyptian pharmaceutical in MENA region. The second oldest pharmaceutical Egyptian company. Recently, EVA Pharma became one of the leading branded generic with a compound annual growth rate of 22.5% over the last 3 years. Epico is one of the leading Egyptian pharmaceutical company in the term of production and sales in the local market. It's leading company inside Egypt. It's in pharmaceutical export, capturing around 21% sharing of total Egyptian pharmaceutical export market. Epico produces antibiotics, antifungal drugs, and blood-substituted cardiovascular drugs, and central nervous system and anti-inflammatory drugs. Stedico is one of pioneer pharmaceutical drug industry inside Egypt, producing insulin biotechnology product and many other drug parts, of which are exported to many countries. Here we have a chemical maker. It's the leading company working in Egypt market since 2005. The company is marketing company in the field of pharmaceutical markets. They supporting our customer with providing API and the chemical reagents used in their labs for the analysis. Here we're going to discuss about EDA, or the Egyptian Drug Authority. The pharmaceutical industry in Egypt are fully controlled by the Egyptian Drug Authority, EDA, and its message ensuring the effectiveness, quality, and safety of medical preparation, supplies, and raw materials, used in their manufacturing based on international standards. Also, الإداة trying to increase citizen awareness and enabling innovation. The EDA is consisted from three sections. First one is CABA, NOTCOR, and NORCAP. Central Administration of Pharmaceutical Affairs, or CABA, is contain some departments here: registration department, licensing pharmacists service department, inspection and control department, importation and exportation department. And another sector is National Organization for Drug Control and Research, the Empower National Quality Control Authority for market locally manufactured and imported pharmaceutical product. The last section, it's ensuring National Organization for Research and Control Biological. Here, ensuring the safety and the quality and efficacy of all imported and domestic biological in compliance with WHO requirements and international organization for standardizations. Here, when any company wants to enter to Egypt market, they need to submit several documents and go through process. A flowchart of process is very specific. I here select essential documents, steps required to enter Egypt market. Number one, company registration. It's about information about the company. Here to be submit sub documents about activity, information about the company, financial state, and so on. Number two, commercial registration. This is from a general authority for investment and free zone. Number three, text registration. Text registration to obtain text identification number, TIN. It's from Egyptian Text Authority. Import and export license for import and export goods. It's necessary to take licenses from Ministry of Trade and Industry. Work permits. If you have an employee from foreign area, you should take a permission from Ministry of Manpower. Trademarks registration for unique product and the service. Custom documentations. Here it's different according the type of products. Maybe commercial invoice, a packing list, certificate of origin, and other relevant documents. Product certification depending on the industry. Certain products require the specific certification or conformity assessment to comply with Egyptian regulation and ensure a product that meet necessary standards. Here we're going to display Egypt faces the challenges in pharmaceutical industry. It's a lot of a challenge, so I take a small notes or checklist in red color as you see here, starting from your regulatory challenges and counterfeit drugs, pricing, standards and requirement, research and development, market competition, technology and innovation. All of these items is the challenges. We're trying to overcome these challenges by recommendation for improving the product development and manufacturing system inside pharmaceutical industry inside Egypt. Starting with, we have here 6 items. I select small notes. Localization of raw material production. Investment of local manufacturing of raw materials will lead to significant economic benefits by decreasing the product manufacturing cost and increase production capacity. Number 2, upgrade research and development activity based on open innovation. Here we faces global competition and rapid technological change from year to year, from day to day. Adopting this dynamic environment, it's very important, and also to adapting with innovation, make it more flexible and more new capabilities with a new knowledge base. Modernization, manufacturing machinery and production lines. Here we identify the impact of production capacity and performance, therefore will be promising and more agility. Transition to digitalization in pharmaceutical industry. As I mentioned before, we have a digitalization and Industry 4, Industry 5. We should to adapt this level from digitalization. Hence, it will be able to be more flexible, connectivity and manufacturing process, finishing product and distributors. It will be inside all activity of manufacturing. The last one, enabling pharmaceutical manufacturing automation and control system. This is a few recommendations to improve the product and overcome challenges. What about roadmap of development? By numbering, this was doing last year from 2022. We have 117 pharmaceutical factories, and inside Egypt we owning around 700 production lines. Egypt pharmaceutical market is one of the largest MENA region. Of course, the country pharmaceutical export is expected to grow, driven by increasing demand from Africa and Middle Eastern countries. Here is a growth rate from API market growth rate. We in Egypt, most of API carried out by local pharmaceutical companies, but the domestic API manufacturing capacity in Egypt is very weak. The in-out volume is high, 90%, mainly from Europe and United States and other countries. A cheap API mainly supplied by China and India and other Asian countries. As you see here, it's from increasing of API growth rate, that means increasing in development and industry. The last part in my presentation, it's about future Egyptian pharmaceutical industry and digital transformation. We hear discussed in Egypt in these days a sustainable development strategy and Egypt Vision 2030. We have a lot and huge developed infrastructure, mega projects, and new administrative capital. This estimation, Egypt estimated to be among the 10 largest economic in world in 2030 in the term of GDP. We estimated to be, we're looking forward to be with the top GDP country between China and India, USA, Indonesia, Turkey. Every country have this motivated numbering. We're looking forward to be with you. Here, Egyptian generic drug sales forecasting and prescription drug market forecasting. As you see here, trends is positive. That means forecasting for the last 10 years to the 2027, the value is increasing and curve is positive trend. Last slide, I think this is our dream in Egypt. Egyptopharm, Egyptian shareholding company, opening from few years, and this company it's not a company, it's a city, a future pharmaceutical industry in Egypt coming soon by Egyptopharm, the city of medicine that oriented to be the leader in the region. I have a small video, it's timing around 6 minutes. It's display all issue about Egyptopharm. I hope you enjoy.
Believing in the dream and the correct planning to achieve it is the basis of success for any entity. And when the dream is a national goal, the speed of implementation precedes the dream itself. Then your steps are becoming more immortal as the beginning of the big dream and great goals. This is what has already been achieved on the ground through the Egyptopharm City project. Executed on an area of 180,000 square meters to be the largest medicine facility in Egypt and the Middle East, and it is considered as a new and distinct addition to the pharmaceutical industry in Egypt. The beginning was the intention of the country and the political leadership in ensuring the right of the Egyptian citizen to deliver safe and effective medicine conforming to international quality specifications and to good manufacturing limits. Also, this is in parallel with another goal of equal importance, that we remain a global regional center center for the pharmaceutical industry with the aim of investing, exporting, and supporting the economy and keeping pace with the global technology in the pharmaceutical industry. And as any major step must be on a solid ground, we started working immediately. Excavation and filling of the entire site, it reached the zero level of 1.5 million cubic meters. In addition to the scrapping and dust support works that reached 6,500 cubic meters, a nearby land area of 10,000 square meters has been allocated to establish a power station with a capacity of 50 MVA to rely on it in feeding the project and any expansions or other future projects. 10 other networks have been implemented according to the Egyptian and international standard specifications. Medicine City project implemented in 2 phases. The first phase is on an area of 120,000 square meters. Factories for the production of traditional medicines were built on an area of 33,000 square meters. It consists of 2 parts. Part 1. It is a non-sterile pharmaceutical facility which includes solid drugs, non-solid drugs, and beverages with a total of 10 production lines. Part 2. It is a sterile zone and it consists of 5 production lines. All production lines are equipped with the latest machines and modern technology in cooperation with major international companies in Europe, the United States, and South Korea. In addition to building warehouses at the highest level of goods storage and security on an area of 7,000 square meters and a height of 15 meters. The first phase also includes 5 administrative buildings for the factory, administrative building, uniform, workers' break, medical center for employees, the mosque, in addition to industrial services buildings. They are a cooling building, a boiler building, a power station building, a compressed air building. All industrial services buildings operate with an automatic and security control systems. The second stage, it will be implemented on an area of 60,000 square meters. It includes factories for the production of oncology drugs, hormones, and antibiotics. At Egyptopharma, scientific research is a fundamental pillar. It connects past accomplishments with hope for new discoveries for the future, and through laboratories equipped at the highest level to conduct tests on drug samples and ensuring their quality. This contributes directly to the development of the pharmaceutical industry in Egypt. And all of this is done in cooperation with research centers. Here at Egyptopharma, it is not just that the medicine reaches the consumer. Improving drug quality is presented in the best possible way. It is the project's biggest goal. This is what we're doing through planning to establish a research center and the continuous performance of scientific conferences in this great edifice to develop industry and to provide the best service, whether in Egypt or to our partners in Europe and African countries. Our community's responsibility is to provide all kinds of medicine, and our desire is to accomplish an achievement and to build an edifice of which Egyptians are proud of its form and the service they provide. Let us not just dream, let us precede the dream and keep access to what we've achieved with hard work. Is a dream for the sake of our country.
Thank you for this opportunity, and in Great China, I hope next year I'll be with you face to face. Thanks again and have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.